Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing the fact that we still do not have a trailer for Dragons Rising Season 2 Part 2, and why we probably will not be getting it for at least a few weeks, maybe even a few months. So comparing this year of Ninjago Dragons Rising to the first year of Ninjago Dragons Rising, that of course being last year, there is a huge event coming up that might actually pave the way for a Dragons Rising Season 2 Part 2 trailer. That of course being this year's ComicCon, which at last year's ComicCon, it is important to note that Ninjago did have a panel shared with LEGO Dreams, if I remember correctly, and they debuted the trailer for Dragons Rising Season 1 Part 2 at that specific panel, with it releasing online for everyone else to see about a month later. Could we see something similar this year for Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 2? I believe so, for a couple of key reasons. For one, it just makes sense, right? Comic-Con being the huge place to unveil the trailer for Dragons Rising Season 2 Part 2, that all checks out. At this point in time, I don't think it's confirmed as to whether or not LEGO will be having a panel, similar to what they did last year, but I imagine they will have something at least at Comic-Con. And for another reason, I don't feel like Season 2 Part 2 will be unveiled anytime soon. At this point in time, we do not have a solid release date for Season 2 Part 2, and I feel like we will not get one until Comic-Con. Last year's panel for Dragons Rising Season 1 Part 2 did reveal the release date for Part 2, so maybe that will happen this year. With that in mind, when do I think the release date will be? I still feel like it'll be similar to what we saw with Dragons Rising Season 1, where Part 2 released in October. I still feel like it's way too early as of right now to see anything related to Part 2 of Season 2, not to mention we already have something new being announced for Ninjago, and we do have content coming out. It's not like Ninjago is in a drought at the moment, right? We have the upcoming Shatterspin comic, which is canon. We have the upcoming Wildfire shorts, which are also canon, taking place between Parts 1 and 2 of Season 2. And those are coming out in late July, meaning that we would realistically need to get through all of those before seeing anything related to Part 2 itself. Some Ninjago fans might feel as though LEGO is kind of holding off on Part 2. I feel like they are, but for a very specific reason. It's not that LEGO doesn't want to release Dragons Rising Part 2 or even show us content for Part 2. We need to get through other stuff first, other Ninjago content that is actively out there right now, and with LEGO gearing up to release that stuff before Part 2, it makes sense why we haven't seen a Part 2 trailer yet. Again, my best guess for a Part 2 trailer, I would say Comic-Con, with it being publicly available maybe a few weeks after, very similar to what we saw with Dragons Rising Season 1 and its Part 2. Maybe it could be public after Comic-Con. I feel like we will also get a release date for Part 2 during Comic-Con. Again, if it's even anything remotely similar to what we saw last year for Ninjago and its 2023 Comic-Con panel. So with that being said, leave all of your thoughts down below in the comments. Do I think we will see a trailer for Part 2 soon? Honestly, not really. In the meantime, let's enjoy some other Ninjago content. Again, like Shatterspin, like the Wildfire shorts. Both of these storylines are canon, so again, it's not like Ninjago fans are starving for content right now. Again, though, leave all of your thoughts down below in the comments, leave all of your thoughts, theories, and predictions down below as well, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this one, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.